Hello! Here you can find out about the New Forest Water Blitz. Let's start with some context. Our UK freshwaters are currently in quite a bad state as there is immense pressure on these water environments. Clean, natural fresh waters are essentially a thing of the past because of pollution, drainage, abstraction and channelizing. This data shows that only 36% of surface water bodies in 2020 were assessed as good by the Environment Agency. This is the monitored network, focusing on larger water bodies, meaning we know little about ponds, small streams and ditches. What we do know is not encouraging, with 92% of ponds biologically degraded. Why is this the case? Well, things can be mainly categorised as habitat loss or pollution. The Water Blitz focuses on pollution, namely nutrient pollution, with the main inputs being intensive agriculture, sewage, urban development and recreation. So what is the New Forest situation? The New Forest has a lot more clean, unpolluted water than other catchments in the UK. The National Water Blitz run in 2016 shows where other catchments are 72% polluted. The New Forest catchment is 74% unpolluted. This is in part what makes the New Forest such a wonderful landscape and lets it hold such a high biodiversity. Clean water is a critical prerequisite for freshwater plants and animals, and even moderate pollution can degrade the habitat significantly. The Water Blitz is part of a wider project called Wilder for Water that targets recreational pressures on the forest. It aims to raise awareness of the special qualities of the New Forest wetlands and champion a set of best practice behaviours known as the Water Code. Nutrient pollution changes water chemistry without affecting the colour or odour, often invisible until the impacts. The testing kits we import allows us to see nutrient pollution as they change colour in the presence of phosphates or nitrates. The Water Blitz is a citizen science project using these testing kits across the New Forest landscape to identify the locations of clean water. We are running the Water Blitz in 4 phases, starting in October and ending in February, aiming to sample 1,000 different locations across the forest. The first 2 phases are resampling the 2016 Water Blitz locations. The third and fourth are filling in the data gaps. Being a part of the Water Blitz is a chance to learn a new skill and enjoy a walk in the New Forest, stopping for about 10 minutes to sample each of your water bodies. This contributes data that could significantly lead management decisions in the future. Before surveying, it is important to read through the participant pack on our webpage. This pack contains important health and safety guidance you need to read through before taking part. Freshwater habitats can be dangerous places with deep water, steep banks and unsafe floating mats of vegetation. You are responsible for your own health and safety whilst out surveying, so make sure to keep your eyes open to risks, and if at any point you feel unsafe, you are under no obligation to complete the Water Blitz testing, so please let someone else know and move on. For health and safety, it is best not to go out alone, to take a mobile phone with you, to test the edges of water bodies before stepping, and to make sure you wash your hands after testing. As the New Forest is a sensitive environment, it is also important to consider the biosecurity, following the check, clean, dry method to stop the spread of invasive species and diseases. The next step is emailing to request 5 or 10 sampling sites in a preferred area of the forest. I will then allocate points, emailing out a personalised data point pack with a map, grid references, longitudes and latitudes. You can search longitudes and latitudes on Google Maps. On the OS app, you can search grid references, or you can just use the map provided. Before setting off, you will need to pack a bag with the Clean Water for Wildlife leaflets, as this contains the important colour charts, the testing kits, nitrate and phosphate, a notebook to record the results with a pen or a pencil, hand sanitizer for safety, a container if you want to move a water sample away from the edge, water for drinking, waterproofs to be prepared for any sort of weather, and I like to take with me a first aid kit and a compass. There's also a watch and a phone you can't see. Conducting the test, get yourself to a safe space on the edge of the water body and get your testing kits. Start with the phosphate, take it out and remove the pin at the top. This can be quite hard. Make sure to keep hold of that pin as well. It is recyclable. Then squeeze with your thumb and finger half the air out of the tube. Put the end the pin had into the water and release that pressure, letting it suck up about half a tube of water. Then gently shake to get the reactant mixing with the water. Then start your timer and wait 5 minutes. Repeat the process with a nitrate test and wait 3 minutes with that one. While waiting, you can remove yourself to a safe space. Then, after the right amount of time, you can compare the tubes to their corresponding colour charts. Then, record your results. You can already have written the site number and the grid reference. And then you just identify whether it's a pond, stream, ditch or such, writing the name of that water body, and then the results for the phosphate and nitrates, and the date you took the test. When it comes to recording the nitrate and phosphate values, we use ranges rather than exact values, rounding up if uncertain. Submitting your results is done online on our WaterNet Data Hub page. On that page, scroll down to the Clean Water for Wildlife survey form and click to enter your results. Enter the surveyor names or name, your email address, which will only be used for Water Blitz business, how many people took part in the study, and the date that the test was taken, a 6-figure or 8-figure grid reference, what type of water body it was, and the name of that water body, then the nitrate and the phosphate results. In the anything else box, it's really helpful to write the point ID. To submit another record, re-click on the WaterNet page on the left-hand menu. What do your results mean? The intensity of the colour change reflects the level of nutrient pollution. As results are submitted, we aim to build a picture of where the clean water in the landscape is, sharing the results with you in a report at the end of the project. This is a snapshot about the Water Blitz. Visit the website for more. Thank you for watching.